Hi, I'm Matt with Jenson USA, and I am here with the new Yeti SB130. A couple weeks ago, we were showing you the SB150. I was really stoked to ride that bike because I was a big fan of the SB 5.5. And what I found was it was a little bit different bike. That was more of an enduro race bike. They've got that SB100 that's more of a cross-country, like burly cross-country bike or lightweight trail bike. And this is the new SB55. This is really what's going to replace that bike. It's similar in travel. It's 130 millimeters out back. It's 150 at the front. So it's 10 millimeters less travel, but sometimes less is more. And this bike is just an evolution of what that bike could do. This is really an all-day trail crusher. It's got some modern geometry enhancements that are going to make it ride better, that's going to make it climb better, that's going to make it descend better, but it really is what that bike was meant to do. So let's talk about the geometry first. This thing has a 65.5 degree head tube angle up front, so it's definitely going more slack. It's going to be great for rallying through rock gardens. It also has a steeper C-tube angle, so 77 degrees. It really puts you up on top of the pedals, and that's a really efficient position. And it also is great when you're climbing steep stuff because it keeps you from getting your weight too far back, compressing the suspension, and make it want to wander around on you. It all works well together. The other thing that makes the whole package work is that they kept the rear center of the bike really short. They're using a 433 millimeter chainstay length, and that keeps the bike nice and nimble. The other things going on with the bike might make it feel a little sluggish if it had a longer rear center, but with the wheel position where it is, this bike still feels really responsive. Really the most important thing about Yeti is their Switch Infinity suspension design, and they call it a translating pivot. It works so that you have a lot of platform early in the stroke. It feels really efficient, feels like a racy bike, but as you get through the travel, the pivot location will travel upward with it, and that keeps the bike really responsive as you get further into the travel. So it's one of those things where we say it feels like it has a little more travel than it does, and it really rings true. Altogether, the geometry works great in concert. The suspension is really, I think, defining for Yeti. And I was excited to get out and ride this thing, and it feels like a more modern version of the bike we already know and love. I think the biggest advancement that they've made with this frame is relocating things so that you can get a large water bottle inside the frame. I think that was the last thing holding folks like myself back from purchasing a Yeti, is that I still want that water bottle location. There's also a lot of great industrial design in the frame. There's some really cool faceting and detail that stands out when you get up close to the bike. This is the X01 Eagle version of the SB130. It comes in at $75.99. There's also a GX Eagle version at $53.99, and it's not a cheap bike. Let's talk about why that is. There's a lot of technology here. You're getting this Switch Infinity system, which has a lot of engineering behind it, and there's a lot of cost to manufacture that. The Turk frame is really the heart of what's going on here though, because they're using the highest modulus fibers. That allows them to create a lighter weight frame with the same strength and stiffness that they would have in their more normal carbon layup. They're also using top level suspension product. So there's a Fox Factory 36 up front, there's a Fox DPX2 factory shock at the back, and they work really nice in concert. They're also using a Fox Transfer dropper post, which is one of my personal favorites. They're using DT Swiss XM 1501 wheels, and that's wrapped in a Minion DHF tire up front and a Maxxis Aggressor at the back, and those tires play well together. The drivetrain is really solid. I mean, you've got nothing to really improve on there. It's X01 Eagle throughout, so you're getting parts that were engineered to work well together. It's got a carbon Yeti handlebar. It's got a custom Yeti saddle that matches really nicely with the bike. It's really ready to go out of the box. If you have any questions that I haven't answered here, please reach out to one of our gear advisors. They'd love to talk about a Yeti with you. Please remember that all the bikes that we sell at Jenson USA come ready to ride in less than 3 minutes. So thanks for watching the video, and keep pedaling.